Welcome back, guys, to Games Revealed. I am James and also the Brink, and we are one community. And today on the docket, we have a 3DS-esque device from AYANEO. We also have some Xbox, Starfield news, kind of, I guess, one and the same potentially. Minecraft's hitting 300 million, and maybe a few other splatters of news in the gaming world. Now, like always, if you have anything, let me know in Discord or here, and I will queue it up. We will go through I shouldn't say the least interesting, but we're going to go through some of the more simple articles / news, talk about those things. Then we will get to the AYANEO flip and also the AYANEO slide, which at least they're different. I'll have to say that. Now, this is a little early, 3 minutes early, so we're going to give people a little bit more time to jump on in. Let's see how chat's doing. Chat, how are you doing? Andre, Cyber, Raichi, Wolf, welcome, 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 welcome. Andre has been waiting for 3 hours. Andre, do I need to have this be at 6 o'clock? I've thought about it. It would eat up my whole day. I'd get off at 5 of work, roughly, and then I'd potentially stream the rest of the night. Cyber, hi James, looking good, bro. Oh my gosh, I'm very interested in what's in the pic of your video. I hope that's not a fake device. It is not a fake device, and it is very interesting. Raichi, they know what they're doing, and the high sea sailors are quite happy. Maybe I will be sleeping when it starts, so I'll watch later. Remember, everyone give a like. Yes, Raichi, thank you, thank you. If you have not done so, make sure to like the video, the stream that is. It helps it propagate out and gives us more friends to talk to and be a part of the community. Thank you, Raichi, for pointing that out. Wolf, how are you doing? Satanic, welcome, welcome, welcome. Good evening. And Wolf is at the gym. I should be there. Well, I already worked out today. I worked out while watching Pandorum. So we have a list of 13 movies, a part of the community. If you want to be a part of it, you're more than welcome. It's on the Discord channel. And we have 13 horror movies or horror-esque movies, more like Halloween movies, to watch during the season. If anyone knows, Halloween is one of my favorite times of the year. And I like to indulge, and I've already seen most of the movies on the list now. I think there's 3 movies left on the list I haven't seen. I haven't seen this season, and about half the movies total I've not seen before, which is crazy. Okay. Wolf, I should put a movie on my iPhone and watch while doing cardio. You should, but don't die of a heart attack while doing it. So there's a lot of interesting things going on. We're going to go over into once it hits 8 o'clock, we'll go into field trip mode. I'm trying to think of what exactly I'm thinking of. So a lot of Steam Deck stuff too. Not really, kind of. Like the Steam Deck TV, even Tyler McVicker commented on it or had something on it. Not like he has tons of stuff on that. He just used to be only Valve News Network. And so he rebranded and did really well for himself. Okay. It is the time to switch on over to this one. There we go. Okay. Wolf, you have high Wi-Fi at the gym. Well, that's good, considering you're there right now chatting with us. I'd assume you'd have internet. Okay, so like always, make sure to just chat along the way. We'll chat in between news items, and maybe sometimes I'll get distracted and chat while we're talking about a news item. So like I said in the beginning, we're going to go over a couple of news items. We're going to get to the AYANEO slip and slide. The AYANEO slip and slide. Don't they know that summer's over with? But after that, we'll do some announcements, the whole shebang stuff, the Brink channel, aka just I'm going to be doing lots more game development, and I have been doing a lot more game development, so that's a heads up. So, and I have some stuff there. We had some fun Monday planning a Halloween game jam game that we're going to be working on this year. Okay. Let's see. Let's just check out chat one more quick time. And, okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's continue on. So, Xbox Chief says Activision Blizzard games aren't coming to Xbox Game Pass until 2024. There's no Secret Celebration drop that's coming in the next couple of weeks. That is not surprising. Now, what they are it seems like they're doing, and I don't know what part of it is this, and why they wouldn't include it in the Game Pass. Maybe it's money. Maybe they want to make sure they get back some money from their acquisition. But they've been dropping on Steam. You got Overwatch and Diablo dropping on Steam. I don't know if there's any other games yet from Blizzard. That would be an interesting one. Let's see. Blizzard. Does this show my... Okay, it doesn't show my ID. Okay, good. So it would be interesting to see. World of Warcraft might be dropping. I can't remember if it is. I also think they're planning on bringing Game Pass or World of Warcraft to Game Pass. I think that's some news there. But like World of Warcraft. Okay, let's see. Warcraft 3 would be an interesting one on Steam. I know they have the Reforged, but is it bad? They need to reforge the Forge. Yeah, StarCraft. I'd love to see StarCraft on Steam. It's not that this isn't difficult. I don't mind Battle.net. I just, if you can reduce my stuff down into Steam, I think everyone's happy, right? The one I do like besides Steam is Epic Games, and that's because I do my game development in it. And you can see I have a lot of assets and stuff that I've been playing around with. Okay. So what makes this so important is that don't expect any free games on the Xbox Game Pass. I shouldn't say free games, but don't expect to pay $15 and get any Blizzard games yet. I'm sure there's a part of the acquisition, a part of everything. It takes a lot of time to meld everything together to also get things, and maybe there's even financial reasons. There could be a myriad of different reasons before they're bringing it onto Xbox Game Pass. There could be even there could be a lot of reasons, but I have a feeling that the main reason is just money. They're already kind of they make a lot of money and they lose a lot of money on the Xbox Game Pass. They're in the field of making or losing money. You know how Amazon has not made. They reinvest every year. Amazon does not make money in the sense of they don't take home money. What they do is they reinvest back into the company and they pay their shareholders. And that's pretty much it. Obviously, they pay their employees, but they don't pay them enough. And this is all so that they can keep on eating up competition. I really hate the Amazon way of doing it. The Xbox way of doing it, I'm a little less hateful, but I do think that it's going to come back to bite us in the butt. We're going to see some major issues, I think, if Xbox continues to buy companies. Actually, there's a really good tweet. Let's see here. Xbox let's see, developer. Let's just do Xbox developers. I swear there was a decent image of this in comparison, but this is how many developers there are now. Yeah, this is how many developers there are. You can see right here alone that there is so many developers, and I have a feeling once they're probably going to stop potentially at this point. I think any further purchasing will be greatly looked down upon. Who knows? I personally there's no other studio that I would like to see them buy. I don't want, like Konami, whatever it is, I don't want to see Xbox/Microsoft buy any more companies, period. At this point, Blizzard was on its way to potentially failing, and at least with this, it gives it a little bit of a breath of life, in my opinion. I think Blizzard would have eventually... They're failing in a spectacularly profitable way, meaning, yeah, they're profitable now, but their long-term image is not looking good, meaning I don't know how long they would have lasted past 10 years. Who knows? Maybe they're too big to fail. That's always a thing. I just know that it's nice to see potentially Microsoft breathing some fresh air back into it. I know it's a very mixed world on that kind of topic, though, and that's why I bring this up. Also, well, let's get to chat just for 2 seconds. Dickerus, I expect Game Pass price increase in the next year. 100%, I agree with that. Necrosphere, hey, how's it going, man? So, I think that's a good point. Netflix is going to be upping their price again, I think. I wouldn't be surprised if Max, if you want a streaming service, I think Max is the best price right now. Potentially, well, it is pretty. No, it's $15. I was thinking it's 30. It's $15, I believe. But I never thought I'd say this. Roku's like the best deal. You get yourself a Roku device, and they have a Roku channel that does play ads, but half the movies I've watched this year for Halloween have been on that or on Max. It's been awesome. Besides the point, but kind of related, is that Xbox Game Pass probably will go up. I bet you they're going to put more games on that pass, and I bet you the price does go up. I don't know how I feel about this, in that I buy games to keep. I don't like paying services for access of games. Movies and TV shows, I'm a little bit more benevolent, but if I make more money, when I make more money, whatever it is, I'd actually rather own my media. Like it's Netflix, and a lot of these services are good for just seeing and trying, right? Demos used to be a thing. Trailers are kind of nice, but it's nice to just taste it before you buy it. And that's the nice thing about Xbox Game Pass. I know it costs some money, but like Redfall, I like it, actually. I'd buy it if it was a reasonable price of $20. But I was able to test it out on Xbox Game Pass and found out, this is an interesting game. It was fun to stream. It's not very good. I agree with people, but I do like the game. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Xbox has a very interesting plan. So we'll see if it plays out. The Icarus, Max has supposedly been profitable. I would not be surprised. Max is I wouldn't be surprised if Max is profitable. I think HBO is profitable. Satanic, incoming Windows 12 subscription. Yeah, this is a good topic too. Windows 12 being a subscription is going to be a no for me. They're going to have to require it. They're going to have to deprecate Windows and everything, and then honestly, if they make it so that Windows 10 and 11 doesn't work with a lot of stuff, or they deprecate it in a weird way and require 12 and require subscription, like let's say $10 a month, $100 a year, you better be giving me the best effing operating system to ever exist. Don't get me wrong. I think people really think operating systems should be free because of Linux. Well, there's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears poured into operating systems over the years. Mac OS is not technically free. And they try everything they can to make sure that you can't do Hackintoshes and stuff like that. You buy a MacBook, Mac OS comes with it. You buy a Mac, whatever. It's what in the premiumness that you buy a Mac device, you're spending like $500 on a Mac OS. But I want a finale. I want a final price when I'm buying stuff, like subscriptions and stuff like that. And I know I offer subscriptions myself for things, but certain services require that type of thing. If I'm paying monthly for server stuff, I have to be, it's really hard to get paid once. Then hopefully you don't utilize over that $10 in price. Like, people forget about this. That being said, as there's more services integrated into Microsoft and into Windows 12, they could justify that subscription service with Microsoft 12. They might, or Windows 12, that is. I wonder if they'll have an offline version and online, because they're going to integrate their AI system into it, which does cost money. It costs money, continual money. They gave it, like, they'd have to find a way to monetize that. It's either going to be through ads, through sales, or like through and a one-time purchase. You just never know how that's going to profit, or you're going to be doing subscription. There's not a whole lot beyond that, unfortunately, in today's world. Yuriba, welcome. I love seeing you use the the emojis that are a part of being a member. Okay, let's see. Mumbles, what old IP would you like to see revived from Activision Blizzard Studios? Old IP, honestly, StarCraft. I want to see, and not only, I want to see StarCraft Ghosts. I'll show you what I'm talking about. I actually think there's a lot of people that want to see this. StarCraft Ghost. I've read the books. First and foremost, I'm a sci-fi nerd. I love sci-fi. That's what my game I'm building right now is, sci-fi. If you want to learn more about that, you just follow my channel, my Twitter, whatever it is. I'm going to be doing tons of major stuff starting next month. I'm just gearing up for it and preparing for it. Thus the slimmer amount of content this month in some ways, but I am working on that. I'm just trying to get to a good place to just juggle everything well. So, StarCraft Ghost is the game that I would love to see them bring back. I personally think it would have been an amazing game. Let's see here. Play the audio. I'm going to disconnect this. So, this was supposed to come out, I think in 2000. Okay, game back. Okay. 2008, I think it was between 2006 and 2010 is when this game was going to come out. It'd been worked on for a while. It's honestly, even if they gave this, like, Microsoft, if you're listening, gift us the game, release the game, release the Hounds of StarCraft Ghost. I'd love to see this game come out. Even in today's world, I would still play the hell out of this as it's StarCraft. Kerrigan's awesome. Actually, I think you do play as Kerrigan, right? No. You might play as what's-her-face, the other ghost. So, yeah, StarCrafts. I want a third person for, honestly, I want a first person. Like, Warhammer's doing it, StarCraft, you need to do it. I'd love to see it. Mumbles, I use Game Pass, but if it's a game, like, I'll get it on sale. Exactly. If it's a game you like, you'll get it on sale. If it's a game I like, depending on what it is, I'll buy it outright. If it's a studio I trust, buy it outright. If it's something I'm super excited about and I plan on playing a lot of it, and I've been burnt a little bit and I haven't been doing it as much, but like Battlefield series, they had the Battlefield 2042. I love sci-fi. It wasn't sci-fi enough. Honestly, I really want a really sci-fi, gritty Battlefield. I'd buy that. I'd reserve it, maybe. I don't know. They've kind of burnt me on that one. Satanic, I just spent $200 for Windows 11 Pro on my new PC. Yeah, Satanic, I would highly doubt that they would deprecate. I'm just saying if they did that. So what it would take for me to, like, say F you Microsoft with the Windows 12 thing is you'd have to do a lot of requirements, do a lot of weird things, force me to spend that much money. I don't mind spending money on my operating system. I get it. But if you do enough, it will break me, and I will just go to Linux for a while. I've used Linux for a year or two before. I've used it for a few years at work. I'm not an alien, I guess, to Linux. So, um, Necrosphere, did you see Dead Space Remake is coming to Game Pass? I did not see that. That is awesome. I will. Let's look at some Game Pass stuff here in a second. Yeah, StarCraft Ghost and Prototype. Ooh, Prototype. What's up? What's up? Chad, Cat, and Bebe. There was a leaked version of this game on the Internet Archive. Wait, is there an... Oh, no, don't tell me that. I don't even have to take note of that. I'll find it. Satanic, StarCraft Ghost would be cool. I'd like to see Wolfenstein 2009 back on Steam, along with some old 007 games. Ooh, Satanic, I like that. It's playable on OG Xbox. Oh, okay. This was being developed for the OG Xbox then, right? So maybe, I don't know. I'll have to look at things. The Real Salvage, welcome. Salute to you too, man. Necrosphere, why not get a cheap Windows 11 Pro key from the gray market? Here's the thing. I don't mind spending $100 whatever for an OEM key for Windows. But I have been known to build a PC and not buy the operating system for like a year and just deal with the little words in the bottom, in the corners, right? Like that we have to deal with. I'm turning off my heater. So I've been known to do that. I'm not one to go to gray market for my CD keys. But you do you. Like I always say. Yeah, Necrosphere the watermark. I just deal with it. Now, because I stream a lot more nowadays and make videos and all that, I don't think I would run that way. My PC is good enough for our next... I would like to, within the next 2 years, upgrade my PC just for content and purposes that I usually upgrade my PC every 3 years. It's been 2 years, I think, since I've had this, but it's a beefy PC, so... Satanic, software ethics is vital to my job. I'd rather just pay for no BS. Yeah, I get you, Satanic, on that one. True Blue Magic Dude, welcome. Tony Hawk 1 and 2 got updated for Steam Deck to have offline mode. I have it geared up here. Right. Wait, do I have it geared up? No, I swear I had it geared up. Well, let's see here. Tony Hawk Steam Deck. Yes, I thought I had it geared up. Thanks for reminding me. Wow. Yes, there is. Yeah, there is no Kotaku. Okay. So, kill that. Don't mind playing that. Okay. So, but yes, thank you, True Blue Magic Dude. For reminding me about that. We're going to talk about that one. Wish Activision realized Steam Deck has competitors. Yeah, I do too. Ooh, did I kill something? Hold up. I killed my camera on accident. There we go. Sorry about that. Okay. So, welcome home, Wolf, from the gym. Okay, so Eureka StarCraft Ghost Xbox game on the Internet Archive, I think it works with emulators and it has one mission on there. I played it. Maybe I did know this and I just never got it during the time. Who knows what was... I could have been in Russia at that time. So... because this is forever ago. And maybe I completely just missed it. Okay, so what have you been looking at tonight, Chad? Let's go to Starfield. So Starfield was the best-selling game in the US last month. PS5 remained top console. This is interesting. So PS5 is destroying Xbox right now. And I think it's because their game plan, Microsoft's game plan, technically, Microsoft's game plan has been to open up games to both platforms of PC and Xbox. When they release a game, that's how it goes. I don't know. Let's see how many. Let's see the stats. How many PC gamers are there? So you got 1.8 billion players. That's all. Like, you could probably have that. How many PC gamers are there? And then like, you can see how many consoles. Let's see. How many PS5 consoles have been sold? 40 million. Now, even if the 1.8 billion or whatever it is like half of it's just people not even buying, like there's a lot to go into that. But let's say it's even 500 million, and 40 million PlayStation 5 consoles is a lot. Let's say it's 500 million though that you're going to be working with. Like, and not every PlayStation 5 console owner is going to buy every game. The amount of money that Microsoft is probably making over PlayStation when it comes to games being sold by their studios is probably a lot more on PC potentially. PC and Xbox. Let's see, how many Xbox Series? 21 million. Yeah, like, wow. They've doubled the amount of sales. That's the Series X and S. Okay, good. So I think it's a little like it's as far as console wars goes. Obviously, I think the PS5 is beating it out, and a big part of that is they've had multiple Spider-Mans. They've had multiple games that have been killer games come out, but at the same time, I honestly, this new generation on the console at least is very disappointing in my opinion. PS5 and Xbox Series X and S, not very exciting console. What's been exciting is the Steam Deck generation, the PC generation, where we were getting a lot more PlayStation games on it. We're getting very spoiled right now, and I really hope that Xbox and PlayStation continue to spoil the hell out of us, because if we don't make too much of a fuss, maybe they'll continue releasing games on Steam and PC. I don't think PlayStation's going to stop, but you never know. What if they're like, well, we're losing track of the PlayStation 5 is doing worse because of this other strategy, which they're probably losing a couple of thousands of cells, maybe 1 million or 2 cells because of that. But I would say it's much better to have a game sold and profit off it that way than to sell it through your console, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. Console's kind of like a delivery system to get your game sold. And yes, they do make profit off the store and some other things, but I don't see this as being a bad thing. It is interesting that Hogwarts Legacy is still outsold it by quite a bit. We'll see, though. It will be really interesting to see what gets sold the most by the end of this year. There are a lot of Potterheads out there, potheads. And I would be surprised if Starfield does not overtake Hogwarts or Legend of Zelda. I only say that is Starfield is really big. Starfield is also slightly disappointing. When you get Hogwarts Legacy, it's also slightly disappointing, but if there's never been a good Harry Potter game, in my opinion, and Legend of Zelda is just so classic, and it's not disappointing. They give you what you want. I haven't played a whole lot of it. Starfield, though, it feels 10 years old already. Even though the graphics are pretty nice at times and certain mechanics are definitely new, the core gameplay just feels so old. It's sad. Okay, let's jump into, you guys can write what you want to think about this. I don't think this is as big a deal as some news articles, news sites, and all that are making it. I think that Microsoft's game plan is to go more digital, to be more opened up to platforms, and to acquire devs to solidify that's why they're grabbing devs. They're probably going to be dropping Xbox consoles after the next generation. They'll be on TVs, they'll be streaming. They're planning on the streaming streaming to be here in the best way possible in like 10, 20 years. It will age me out pretty good. It will, even Gen Z will be aged out pretty good from what they're kind of used to. They're already kind of used to streaming. So yeah, we'll see. Okay. Satanic for Activision Xbox returns, Soldier of Fortune and No One Lives Forever. Oh, if you got, okay. No One Lives Forever would be an amazing series to get back into. If you don't know what this game is, I loved it. It's so cheesy. Going back to it, I think it holds up for me because I have nostalgia with it. But it's essentially, it's a spy turned, it's essentially James Bond female version. And British, the acting, the voice acting is very it's a parody, but bad. It's pretty good though. I like it a lot. It's fun. It's kind of like James Bond, or let's see, it's No One Lives Forever, no, GoldenEye on the N64 meets PC kind of thing. It's pretty good. I quite liked it. I have not played it in a decade plus. I remember the Japanese portion of it, and it's just like, it's such a weird game and quirky, and I love that stuff. It was quirky before I think a lot of things were kind of coming out more quirky. I like quirky, so it's an amazing one. Okay, so let's see what else you guys have to say. Necrosphere Outlast is scary. Outlast is pretty fun though. Like the new Outlast Trials is a really fun game. Mumbles, not sure if you went to any retail stores lately, but a lot of places already got rid of their gaming second in my state. Their gaming section. Oh yeah. So Best Buy is moving to digital only, which is interesting. I don't think they're getting rid of their physical media, and I think with the Switch, with the exception of the Switch, I think it's not a bad idea. I think most of us consume our games digitally. Percentage-wise, people don't realize this, but I think only 20 to 30% of people still buy physical media, even on consoles. I hate to say it, but we've already spoken with our wallets. If you're not buying more physical, and there's that, like if it drops below 30, it's done. They're all gonna get rid of the physical copies. It's just what it is. I don't know what to tell you. Like it's the headache of shipping a physical copy, and then also of that copy being able to be resold is probably just annoying. I like it. Like on a console, I don't like going digital. I don't do digital on consoles. On my PC, though, pure digital. And I love every minute of it. Necrosphere, what question? Hogwarts Legacy is good. It's hard for me to support PS5 when you can't do basic stuff like backing up your saves to a thumb drive. Satanic. They back it up to the cloud, and they have a whole system for backing it up, but I hear you. It would be nice, especially for people that really want to do that, to do that. Oh, wedding rings. Oh, wow. I'm going back in time. Yeah, it's Chad. Looking at wedding rings. Nice. Congrats, man. Congrats on looking at wedding rings. Yeah, she knows we've been saying for a while we wanted to get married. Do it. Got to put a ring on it, man. Eureka, remember that these consoles were scalped, so there's still a lot of them on eBay alike. That's true. They're going to jettison that stuff. Like once it sits on the shelf for too long, they might even lose money on it. Some people might not, but I bet you most of them have been sold. Scalpers are going to scalp, though. What a crazy thing. I hate scalping so much. Eureka, like the GPUs. Yes, just like the GPUs. True Blue Magic Dude, never played the one game we just talked about. My brain is broken. No One Lives Forever. It's a good one. It needs to be played. It would be cool to see a remake of that, actually. A remake, not a remaster, a remake of 1 and 2 would be awesome. Necrosphere, nice. Me and my wife both have polished tungsten. Yeah, I lost my ring technically, or one of us lost my main wedding ring somewhere. I don't have it anymore. It could be somewhere in the house, like in all our stuff, but lost it a few houses ago. I do have a ring. I don't wear it. It just gets uncomfortable. Necrosphere, affordable and looks nice. My wife hates yellow gold. Yeah, yellow gold is gaudy. There's times to wear it on your ring. I think there's better stuff that looks better. True Blue Magic Dude. Best Buy is getting rid of movies. Rumors Walmart is getting rid of games. Yes. Trust me, they're not getting sold anymore. They're taking up shelf space. The only reason to potentially have these sections, and I think why companies have kept them along around this long for DVDs, Blu-rays, and games at stores, is to they can just ship it. They can go take it off the shelf and ship it if someone buys it locally. So they have warehouse shelving. That is expensive, though, when it's displayed in the way it is. But the way we're going digital, it's not gonna. We're gonna lose it. And in some ways, it's good. We can get more hardware. Let's say, come on, Best Buy, get rid of your game section. I'll be happy. Replace it with more video cards, more ways to build a complete PC. Walking out of Best Buy. Replace it with more content creation stuff. My Best Buy near me, all their content creator stuff, all their video stuff, all that is always sold out, and it's so annoying. So maybe get more of that. I don't know. That's my opinion on it. I like physical media, but I'm a person. This is just how I work. I have maybe bought a physical copy, and it's usually if it's a console game, maybe 2 games from Best Buy in the past 4 years. And I could just do it on Amazon or on bestbuy.com. So Chad's thinking about black or white gold for the ring. Nice. Ooh, black gold would be awesome. I don't know to even think about that. Necrosphere, you see that new King Kong game of the year for sure. Yeah, I saw Moist Critical playing it. Crazy in the Discord wanted me to play it. I think, was it free or something? I went to go look at it, and I'm not paying how much it costs. It's not this one. It's not this one, is it? No, I don't. Is it? It's this one. It's this one. We can look at this one too in a second. Let's get going through this. Okay. Rupa, you can play No One Lives Forever, but you got to find it. I have both. I have both CDs right over here. I should play it on Steam Deck one day. Wolf, congrats, Chad and Kat. I always think of you guys being married already. Yeah, better get married before it's common law. Not that that matters. Interesting fact. Linus Tech Tips, Linus Sebastian, is that his name? He is common law married to his wife. Meaning they lived with each other. In Canada, it might have different laws, but I think depending which state here, it's like 7 years. If you live with someone for 7 years, you just need to fill something out, I think, in your common law. It's weird. Agreed. Cyber, welcome. Oh yes, Halloween, scary, all the other jazz emotes that you're doing. That's true. The dynamic duo should be married. Gundorian Slayer, I finally had dinner. What'd you have for dinner? True Blue Magic Dude, I would buy physical copies if they would sell them. No physical Alan Wake 2 and no disc in Spider-Man 2 Collector's Edition. That's another reason. Just get rid of it. Make it a less of a reason for them to say that they're giving you something. Alan Wake 2, and I'm sorry, I'm not voting. I'm just saying what my preference is. I'm not trying to push stuff out of stores, but if it's intriguing enough of a swap for me, I'm intrigued. But yeah, Alan Wake 2, interesting. I don't know. I try to buy everything for PC and as much towards Steam. Now, Epic Games could play nicely with the Steam Deck and with Steam OS. I would be like, dude, I'll buy some games. If you have a good sell on Epic Games, I'd buy. I don't mind the two stores, Epic Games and Steam. Epic gives a lot to gamers. I think people are very much spoiled when it comes to that. They've given out so many games. My game library is bursting over there. But they also have an amazing engine. It's, some would say, unreal. Gondorian Slayer, I like physical media. The digital future won't work, especially the whole world economy is at a standstill. Yeah, that's probably part of the reason is that our economy, like nothing's going to fix it. Having physical media is not going to fix the world economy. With the way, as long as the internet works, though, let's say if the worst happens, money collapses, everything like that, but you can still get on the internet, you'll find the games for free. A little bit of the P word, no, not the other, not that P word, but the other P word. A little bit of a R's going on. That's the thing people forget with physical media. They think that's the best way to preserve it. No, the best way to preserve it is technically through the R matey way of doing it. That's the best way to preserve media. So whatever happens to this world, whatever is destabilized, and to be fair, let's say in a third world country, even in Russia, like 20 years ago, they have a lot of stuff that is our kind of, you go to a lot of places, they'd burn a lot of it onto a disc, but you know what it was. Okay. Eureka, I love physical media media like games and movies, but yeah, digital is easier for general public. It's one of those things for collecting, I get it. And for wanting to sell it or do whatever, I get it. And as a console owner, I would not be happy. But at the same time, 70% of purchases going on are digital. I don't know if they're trying to, I don't know. I'm sure there's free games added into that and a bunch of other weird stuff that's probably buffering it. But yeah, Gondorian Slayer, I'm convinced there's going to be a new type of physical media coming. Raviolis. No, I'm just kidding. That's what he had. Raviolis are so good, especially if you okay. Trader Joe's has a ton of different raviolis selection. And I feel like with inflation over the past 2 years, Trader Joe's has not really increased their inflation nearly as much as everywhere else. While they were a little pricey for some things, I feel like they're almost reasonable at this point now, in the sense of for everything there. Bar a couple of things, but they have a lot of raviolis. They have gluten-free ones. They have pumpkin. They have peppercorn. Let's see. I don't need to get into it, but they have a lot of different things. Gondorian Slayer, Trader Joe's still going. Oh yeah, Trader Joe's, like the store, the food store. Yeah, dude, it's like it's one of my favorite places to shop. I'm convinced they're going to be, yeah. I wonder Gondorian Slayer, what would be the new, and I'll ask this to anyone in chat, what would be the new physical type of media coming? What would be the new type of physical media coming? I'm curious what it is. Italian sausage with those raviolis. So good. Necrosphere. Check out the Cure Humble Bundle 2. Tekken 7 included on Bandit Namco. Yes. Good job pointing that out. I have been meaning to make a post on YouTube about this. I have been very neglectful and very... a lot of personal stuff has been happening the past 2 weeks. Both with like parents kind of thing and also car. So I've been a little distracted too. Oh, interesting. Let's see. Bundles. It's not to give excuses. It's to give you just reasons. Yeah, I've seen this. This is, and I think we talked about this a week or two ago. I'm pretty sure we talked about this. This is a pretty good bundle, and pay at least $10 and get all of these. It's not $25. It's just $10. All you have to do is pay $10. But I understand a lot of these games might not be for everyone. But Tekken 7, which is weird. Tekken 7 is definitely, and I know what it's Bandai Namco, but like, this is so much different. Katamari is, what a weird game that is. That's one that everyone needs to try out. Okay. Gundorian Slayer, I like Epic Game Store. Good store. Agreed. Steam and Epic are the only ones I really care about. Ubisoft, they can, I'm not gonna burn any bridges there, but there's that. There's the EA. There's Battle.net has been around for so long that I'm also used to that one too. I don't mind Battle.net. I think it's a good interface. I don't think they've screwed up a lot with that. I like Battle.net, but fold that thing on into Steam. Eureka, Parrot, Crossbones. Gundorian Slayer, fun fact, did you know Soviet Russia had game consoles? Yeah, they had everything mimicked. Okay. I'm putting this down and we're gonna get to it at the end of the stream. I'm going to show you they had media and they had a lot of stuff and it was not good. And we're gonna get into that in a second, but we need to move on. Wolf still needs to go to Trader Joe's. Wolf, I'm gonna be in someday soon. Not this month, probably now because things. I'll force you to go to Trader Joe's. Susie will be there to hold your hand. It was Necrosphere. It was over for me discovering Humble Bundle and Fanatical Bundle deals. That's the reason my Steam library is so padded. Oh my gosh, right? I've also been giving, I'll get some good stuff from there and also do giveaways with it too. Fanatical, Humble Bundle. Yeah, oh yeah, Green Man Game. Dude, there's so many of them, Eureka. Souls Calibur 4, the last Souls Calibur was a little disappointing. I did enjoy it, but it was just like, the physics were a little too much. It was off-putting. Necrosphere, hologram, physical, and digital media will be the future. Interesting. Digital media for sure. Hologram, physical will be interesting. So they're already with Blu-rays able to record dual, maybe try. I do know for sure they can do dual layer. So they'll etch it in such a way that they can compound the amount of data that's on it by double. I'm curious if they could keep on doing that. They could do 3D writing to a disc, and that's what maybe you're thinking, maybe of a holocron, like a hollow cube from a lot of media movies and all that. But it's not as, I don't know if that would be as portable as a disc. So, yeah. Hologram, physical media definitely could be a thing. Be interesting, though. Star Killer was in it too if you beat it with Darth Vader. Yes, that's right. Okay, let's move on because we have not gone very far. Just a week after calling sales of its latest game a big disappointment, Paradox says it's parting ways with Shadowrun dev. Now, this is going to be, I plan on doing game dev news in the future on a different channel, potentially. It's either going to be Dev Revealed or the Brink channel. But I figured I'd bring this up and just go to show you that, like, this game did not do well. Releasing a game during the window it did, which was right around Starfield period, and it really sucks that Paradox is kind of blaming it all on Shadowrun dev, like the Shadowrun devs. They released this game at a horrible time. It's the end of the year. If done right, can be great for a game, and if it's not, and this, I guess this game wouldn't compete very much with Starfield, but I'm not going to say too much about it. I just got to say, release your game at the wrong or right time, and also don't blame the devs if the game doesn't do well. It's reviewing well, it's just not doing well And it could be myriad of different reasons. I didn't even know this game was really coming out. Did you market it? Did you do your job as a publisher? I will have to say, publishers do take into account helping the game sell. So it does suck to see this kind of happen. I know people really do like Shadowrun, but it just sucks. Okay. Yeah, Shadowrun is the developers for Lamplighters League. So Lamplighters League is this game. I talked about it, I think a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, a week or two ago, and it's XCOM style turn-based gameplay, set in like an Indiana Jones kind of world and era. Looks good, looks fun. I didn't know much about it coming out. They didn't do a great job marketing it. So, yeah, it was just what they should have done was promote it during a game, like an indie game event, and then release it during that time potentially. Maybe they did. I know there was one not too long ago, so I don't know. We got Minecraft becomes the first video game to hit 300 million cells, which is ridiculous. Remember how we said there's 1.58 billion PC users? Players, that is. Not 1.8 billion people are going to buy the same game. But if you think about it, 300 million players, and I guess you can't say this is all PC. You got Android, iOS, Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo. Pretty much you dream it, it's there almost at this point. It's a classic game. If there's one game that we're going to be known for in 100 years, it's probably going to be Minecraft first. It's going to beat out Halo. It's going to beat out just whatever other game is out there. This is going to be it. Hopefully it's not Fortnite. That's the other one. And I say that as I don't mind the idea of Fortnite, and I like what they do, but I don't think it's as sophisticated and broad of a game. And this game allows mods. This allows so much expansion. It's crazy. So it's definitely something I think is really cool. Let's see here. Make sure to @ me, and I will make sure to respond, but I need to continue on a little bit. Still going strong, geez. Even the wokeness didn't kill it. Oh, my goodness. That's a strong game. What, Minecraft? I don't know if it went woke. I don't think it did. Necrosphere, imagine if Valve sold 300 million Steam Decks. Imagine if they sold 10 million. I think at this point we're going to be hitting, 3 million at the end of this year, which is a big success. If you take into account, let's just do this. If we take into account the cheapest price, let's just say that, times 3 million, that is that's so much. So we got 1.2 essentially billion dollars. Now that is not profit, by the way, but that's ridiculous. That's a lot of money. I don't think I realized how much selling just 3 million. Now we, times that by 10, you're looking at $10 billion. Not 10, yeah. No, by 100, not by 10. Damn. Times 100. You're looking at $120 billion, which is just unfathomable. That's just ridiculous. So that's not profit though. Remember, but that's just how much money has been exchanged for the Steam, and that's low end. It's low end. They have exchanged at least 2 billion Probably. Potentially. Necrosphere, a random question. Do you create your thumbnails for your videos, or does Wolf? I create them right now. Wolf does create them. I'm a bad person, and I need to get her back to making them. Because I know she likes to do it. I just, I try to come up with stuff, like, not last minute, but like the thumbnail I made today was at like 3 p.m. And I was doing research for it to decide, like 3 p.m. my time, to decide what I'm going to be doing, and that's when I inject it. I do have a template, though, and I've been doing templates now. So with better planning, I'll have Wolf doing more. But yeah, Wolf has done a lot of amazing, and in fact, some of my best videos that I've done well have been because of Wolf. So I definitely want to give a shout out to Wolf for that. Gondorian Slayer, more than World of Warcraft. Oh yeah, 100%, drastically more than World of Warcraft. World of Warcraft has probably only sold 70, I bet you. We're just doing research today. Oh no, that's not even. Nope. Wow. No, there's no way. This has got to be the base game, not including the expansions. Which, do you include the expansions? I don't know, but 14 million is a ridiculous amount still. And you got to remember, like, they made okay money on the initial sales, but because it's monthly, the billions and billions of profit, not revenue, not whatever it is, like, sales, profit is got to be in the billions, easily. Oh, and I do have something to say about the Legion Go, and I'll get to that here in like a second. Yes, Necrosphere, stupid amounts of money. Necrosphere, I think you do a good job overall. You're awesome, Wolf. Yes, thank you, Necrosphere. Overall, so you're saying, like, is my thumbnail okay? Like, you want to give me some pointers on today's thumbnail? I'm always down for some pointers. SM Kali 600. What do you think of the Legion Go? We can talk about the Legion Go here in a second. I have some really bad news though, because of my some car issues that I'm dealing with right now. I will not be getting the Legion Go. The Legion Go money is going to that, to the insurance company for the car, for this month. I will be, and I still, it is what it is. I will be doing some major content on it once I do get it. And it'll probably be in November, just as a heads up. Okay? Yeah, Chad feels that one. Gondorian Slayer, yeah, cars first. It's hard. There's just no way, like, we have Halloween parties. We have also, like, mine and Susie's birthday in the next few weeks. We've got just other stuff. So it tightened up a lot this month, but it will be less tight in the next month. So I'm hoping. Yeah, Gondorian Slayer is going to let me know how it is when you get it. Yeah, honestly. Yep, Eureka, life does happen. It does suck. It is what it is. Like, that's the thing. If I was much better at making content on this, like if I was like doing my daily videos, I'd be super depressed, and I will be making more videos. I do promise. The channel is going to be getting more videos, even if they'll start out doing poorly again, because that's how the algorithm works. I have not been very good at making videos. I've been wanting to make better videos, and also news has been a little light. I have a hard time looking at news items. I'm like, yeah, this is fun to talk about here, but is it like, am I going to make like a really fancy video for this news item? I don't know. The Legion Go, though, I still don't think I've made a full video. No, I've made a video on that one. Nothing new's come out since I've made that video, too, really. I do like the Legion Go quite a bit. I'll be honest. I really do like it. I don't like the way it looks, but I like the idea of it. I like that it has this FPS mouse mode. I like that it's a bigger bezel-less or near bezel-less screen. High resolution. The only thing I am very concerned about, VRR is kind of, but we'll see. I've gotten used to it on the ROG Ally, so I might like it more now. The battery life. And I'm not usually one to complain about battery life. I am a little concerned about it. Beyond that, though, I'm super excited for it. So, Gondorian Slayer, you're a much better streamer than the other ones. Well, thank you. I'm not trying to compete. I'm just trying to have fun here, man. But thank you for saying that. I do stream over on TH3BRINK, the Brink's channel. I've been doing more game development over there and chatting more about stuff like that over there. I want a 3D printer, dang it. Chad, you're going to get there, man. You're going to get there. Just remember, it takes time. Necrosphere, Brink, nah, it's good. I tried creating stuff here and here, but nothing on your or Wolf's level. Yeah. No, it's interesting. Thumbnails do well. And I feel like depending on the topic and what it is, I can make a banger thumbnail. Then there's other times where I'm like, I don't know what to do here. And I'm sure Wolf feels the same. See, Chad, I'm going to get me a 3D printer ASAP and do my own armor for the most part. Dude, and you could probably print out some stuff for money too, but more and more people are getting 3D printers, so I don't know. Necrosphere, I also agree. G-Slayer, I don't watch too many YouTubers live, but I definitely watched Brinks. Yep. I mean, with that, I don't stream games on here. I like streaming games, but I try not to as much on this channel because I think it bores people. That's why I have 2 channels. So, and then chat, yeah. We're going to get out of the depression area of things because I will get there too. Before we get to the meat and potatoes, let's get through these. So if you haven't seen this game is so bad, mostly negative. 31. Okay. This is how bad it is. You're having major YouTubers buy this and stream it. And even if it's bad, like let's say Markiplier did, I don't think Markiplier, but Moist Critical did. He's got millions of subscribers, and he streamed this, I think, today and yesterday, potentially, maybe it was yesterday, I can't remember. Because it was bad. Usually it will still warrant some people buying it. People aren't even buying it. Well, they might be buying it, but like 31 reviews. So usually how the ratio is, you can expect about, if it's doing okay, 50 purchases to 1 review. So that's not good. If we put in that where did my calculator go? If we put in that calculation, 50 times 31, you can probably, there's been more than 1,550 purchases, maybe a lot of returns. I don't know. If you saw from the video, though, it looks bad. This has to be, this is an IP, isn't it? This is, this is an intellectual property piece, isn't it? Huh. Yeah, so there you go. Rise of Kong. It doesn't look good. And I know people have been mentioning it in Discord and other places. Yeah, it's not looking good. I guess with the stream thing, I'll ask you guys before we I'm curious what your guys' thoughts are on this, the Skull Island Rise of Kong. Would you want to see me do more news? I know I do this all the time because I'm always like trying to say, I do hardware first, I do games second. Would you want it to see, not YouTube drama, but like there is some interesting news items that go on that kind of semi-relate to game content creators and stuff like that. I don't know if you guys would be interested in that though. It's a little bit, I like gossip, but I also like, it depends too. If it's really catty and if it's really just 2 really dumb people, then yeah, I don't like it. But like with the reaction thing going on, I like reaction content, but I don't necessarily like content or just reaction streamers that don't comment or anything like that. Always kind of curious about that. So yes, it's an IP. Yeah, that's what I thought. Though it's not part of the main franchise. They also made a Cobra Kai 2, and the game was buggy as. So here's the thing. This is poor studio. I couldn't imagine working at, okay, this is this type of studio. So, yeah, Iguana B is B-level developer. They're meant to pump out IP to make sure the IP stays fresh, like for copyright and all that other stuff, to also hook some people in and make some money. And to, I don't know, I feel like this is a dying trend, though, to have IPs made in a crappy way. Oh my goodness, they made Nickelodeon All-Star. They got pretty good reviews, but geez, still. Goosebumps the game. I would play that. It's a click and point 2015 game. I'd play that. It's amazing how much people don't realize games do not make money. If you do not sell a certain amount, you have to sell a certain amount. I really hope my game sells decently. It's a lot of time that's going to be put into it. That's been put into it and will be put into it. That will go to waste if not. But you know what? It's the thought that counts. Next year, single person devs have made better games than this new Kong. The Peter Jackson's King Kong is way better. Here's the thing. I agree. It takes a lot of work to make a video game, and if you don't have a good director or a good studio or whatever it is, like they looks like they put a lot of work into it, but didn't polish it well. And at the end of the game, at the end of the day, who wants to play? Right? I don't know. Who wants to play this? I don't know. That's a hard one. This is disappointing for giant monster games like Godzilla, and I'm a big Godzilla fan. Hopefully RoboCop is good. Yeah, RoboCop looks really good. I don't think it's going to be like the best game of the year, but it's going to do pretty well. As far as this game, I just don't see so this type of game, like Godzilla versus King Kong or whatever, those types of games, great as fighter games, you know, just fight them up games, punch them up, whatever it is. It looks almost as bad as Gallium. Yeah. Yeah, no, the amount of this looks like a PlayStation 2 game. I'll be honest. What's the requirements for this thing? Oh wow. They went that low. Oh my goodness. This is like PS2 level graphics. I mean, not quite, but you know what I'm saying. This is like PS3 level graphics. Like those specs and all. And yet it doesn't run on Steam Deck. It doesn't even show that it runs on the Steam Deck, where it's been tried to run on the Steam Deck. Foombooter, welcome. Caddy Tech Gossip, I'm in. I mean, okay, I do that a little bit. I should do more of it. I don't want to be cringe, but I like doing stuff like that sometimes. But I also like covering things like this. It's just, I don't know. There's the Review Tech USA route I can go. I do like him. He's, and his family's been having a lot of struggles lately with certain things. I do like his style of doing things, and I maybe should copy it more, but maybe not, because I don't know if I want to go that far out of what I do with hardware and games. Okay. That's the model I had in mind, too. I have the Neptune 3. I got a dial setting again starting. Okay, yeah, you're talking about the 3D printer. Friday the 13th did decent. I agree. Friday the 13th did pretty well. Dead by Daylight, I hate the core mechanics. I can't stop buying the add-on stuff for it and playing it every once in a while. I have a brother-in-law that plays it. Him and his wife and me and Susie play it sometimes together, which is fun. The narrator is actually pretty good for a very low-budget IP game. No, and that's good to hear, Icarus. So Chad, the RoboCop game is demo. There is a demo for the RoboCop game. Wow, it's gonna be $50, huh? It really felt like it was gonna be like a $30 game. Wait, hold up. There's a demo, isn't there? Maybe the demo's gone? I don't know. I think there's supposed to be a demo somewhere. Maybe I'm not signed in. It's on here and it won't let me check out the demo. Necrosphere, you got this, bro. Very ambitious to take on a full armor, but you definitely gonna kill it too. Yeah, you got it. You got it, Chad. Okay. Let us move on to Tony Hawk Pro. Okay, we're going to cover a few things real quick before we get to the main bread and butter of tonight. So, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1+2 is offline capable now, but there's a catch. And we'll talk about the catch in a second, but it's kind of weird that I wonder how they're doing. Like, they must put a bit like exception in, like, hey, if it's Steam OS, which there is a way to check for that. If it's Steam OS, I do it in the rebuild project. But it is interesting that they're going this route of, oh, hey, if it's on Steam Deck, what they need to do is just get rid of that requirement. They've already proven that if they can make it offline compatible for the deck, sometimes I think it's laziness. So sometimes I'll let, like, if it's an always online game, if it kind of makes sense a little bit, then sure, whatever. I mean, I've played Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 offline before this offline mode was even available. I've been able to play it. You just lose a couple of things, and that's it from my understanding. So I don't know, like, yeah, is sales saddle with always on requirements on PC? I never got that. With the Steam Deck especially. Like, I played on the Steam Deck and yeah, it had some issues with the online, but I was still able to play. So I don't know. Maybe they disabled it right away and they just didn't disable the warning message. Yeah, so that's really it about this. I would really like to, like, if they're going to want to do always online, digital only media, all this other stuff, and it's a game like this, you're going to have offline mode. It needs to be a requirement. And I actually think that these stores need to start setting some better acceptance criteria. And that's like, an acceptance criteria is like a test saying, hey, you submit this game to us. If it doesn't run in offline mode and it's a single player game, then you're getting rejected. Need a little bit more, like, just a little bit more safe from these stores in helping regulate the markets. Because if the developer wants, they can go and release whatever they want. But let's actually have some a little bit of regulation from these stores. Next year, yes, I've been playing Tony Hawk 1 and 2, so nostalgic. I grew up playing Tony Hawk on N64 and playing split screen with my siblings, that royal blue game card. I have never, like, I can get nostalgic. I have never had nostalgia hit me so hard as playing the Tony Hawk 1 and 2 on the ROG Ally, and it's amazing on the ROG Ally. I have it on my deck too, right here. But it's so good on the ROG Ally because I drop, like, if I'm on the go, I'll drop it down to 10 watts TDP and it will boost my battery. I'll get better battery than on the Steam Deck with this thing, and it runs still at like 40 frames per second. I've never had nostalgia hit like this because I skateboarded from I was 12 to 18, 19 or whatever until I went off to college. And even in college, I skateboarded a little bit. Now, so I've been playing this quite a bit over the past. I've stopped. I still need to beat Star. There's so many games I need to play and beat. I still have a lot of games to play, but this is the game I pick up when I'm playing it on the ROG Ally, or when I'm, in bed or whatever, and I'm not working on my work stuff or whatever, because I have so many projects I'm working on right now, and I'm trying to get in a good place. I play Tony Hawk. I love this game, but I've not had issues with the offline and always online modes. But I have been home, so I don't know. Next, I play it on the Steam Deck, so it'll win for me. Oh, and it plays so good on the Steam Deck. It's crazy. It runs 60 frames, but I'm docked, though. Yeah, it does really good on the Steam Deck. It's an amazing game. If you like Tony Hawk's or skateboarding games at all, these are the classics. I'd love to see 3, 4, and also the Undergrounds also released soon. Damn it. Chad, have you ever played a Predator Hunting Grounds game? Been thinking about suggesting it for games to play sometime. My cuz play influenced this idea. Sorry. No, yeah, no problem. Maybe they're just the Predator games are not great. But I would be willing to try it. I might have it already owned, but I don't know if the community owns it. True Blue Magic Dude, do they not realize laptops and other portable PCs exist? I made a Steam review dodging them on the always online requirement, and this fixes a half measure. Yeah, it's I don't know what they're trying to. They think they're solving piracy. It makes them feel good. They're not. They do make it a little bit harder, but technically not. You know, I say technicality because it does add a little bit extra to fix, but you know. Chad, I played it on PS4 before. It was pretty cool. I played it on PS4. I also have it on PS4. The thing is, this game is amazing in my hands. I didn't like, okay. It was very nostalgic for me on the PlayStation 4. I really liked it. I didn't play it as much on the PS4. I don't know. This game just feels like it needs to be portable. I also played 1 and 2. I think they both came out for N-Gage. If you want to get into really weird, wacky stuff. Chad, I'm going to do as much research as possible before I do my first print, but I got to tinker figure out all my settings and what it's capable of. Dude, yes. And he's still talking about his Predator armor build, which is going to be awesome. Gondorian Slayer Predator hunting game. I don't think that one's single player. Has players. Okay, yeah. I'm not sure. Necrosphere, I bought Session, but it wasn't doing it for me. So glad Tony Hawk came to Steam. It's exactly what I'm trying to get my fix for. Yes, exactly. Terminator Resistance is good. Yep. True Blue Magic Dude. The game has already been cracked. Pirates 1. Yeah, agreed. I don't like looking at it in that way, but yeah. Okay, so let's move on. AYANEO Flip DS is a dual-screen handheld gaming device. Now, or gaming PC. Now, this stands for dual screen, which is 3DS. I think you got the 3DS, you got the DS. You got a lot of things going on with Nintendo and all this. We'll see. I'm curious to see how Nintendo does. Yes, Gondorian Slayer. This is the AYANEO Flip. Let's see here. This is, I think, the original, and then they're going to be releasing a dual screen, which very much with the way it's laid out makes me feel like it's like this. I don't even know what they're doing with this type of style. Yeah, Gondorian Slayer. I don't think Nintendo's gonna like this, but we'll see. I don't think they have a patent on this type of thing. Like, we have phones that have dual screens. We have a lot of different things. I will have to say though, AYANEO does such a good job with their button layout, with the way it looks. They kill it every time with all their devices. Now, the way it looks and the way it feels and the way other things happen translates differently. This is going to be interesting. It's a 7-inch screen. It's going to have the same processor as the other AYANEO flagship devices, which is akin to a Z1 Extreme, like in the ROG Ally and the Legion Go. So it's going to be beastly. Same screen size as a Steam Deck, but it's flip. So it protects the screen, makes it feel a little bit more compact, compatible. You can stick it in your back pocket. And, you got something in your pocket. I've got something in my pocket for you. Why don't I flip it out and show you what it is? And it's going to be a Nintendo emulating device, 100%. This is going to be a 3DS, DS, Nintendo emulating device. Like, that's what they're shooting for with this. And I know the world is going a lot of hardware people, a lot of emulator people, old school people that like playing these games, going to go crazy for this. Oh, also another note is it has a 120 hertz refresh screen on it, which is another really, really cool concept. If there's one thing AYANEO does, is they do put a lot of stuff into their devices. They do a lot. Now, when it comes to the QWERTY keyboard, I'm not a big fan of the style. I really don't like it. It's got the fingerprint scanner, maybe a camera. I'm not sure what this is for. And then all the other stuff that AYANEO devices have. It looks kind of like almost a competitor for the GBD WinMax 2, except for this is a 7-inch. The GBD does have, let's see, they might have it in here. I swear I saw it somewhere around here. Yeah, that's okay. So I'm just looking for, yeah. So there's also like the flip phones, which kind of has an emulation system for it. It'd be kind of cool to see a controller hook up to something like this. In fact, that's probably the way I would go about it. If I was a hardware manufacturer, and like Bones, I would be making a compatible controller for this. And maybe it already works for this. I could be wrong about that. But for this, that allows for you to do dual screen gameplay. Personally, that's the way I'd go. I don't like doing on-screen controls like this, but if you can expand it out and get a little bigger picture and have those controllers on the side, I'd rather pay $100 for a controller set than, $700 for a device that looks awesome and is going to be good. I don't like the indented thumb joysticks, that is. I'm just not a fan of it. They have shorter travel. I'm just not used to it, is what I should say, more than anything. I'm used to full size when I don't want to have to get used to joysticks depending on the device I play on. This one's cool, and this interesting that Verge brought up this guy. This guy has 1.5 subs, and this has only got like 5,000 views. This is just a YouTube nerd thing out of me, but like, I've secretly wanted to make a dual screen Steam Deck since I was doing Steam Deck coverage on this channel. I would love to have my phone on the top, watch a movie while I'm playing Tony Hawk. I know I'm a multitasking freak, and that, maybe it's bad for me, but that's what I want to watch my soaps while I play, while I, use some sex wax to soap up the curbs so I can grind on them more. If you don't know what sex wax is, it's a type of wax that you can use for putting wax on the curbs, rails, and stuff like that, so your board slides. It just grinds better, grinds and slides. So grinds on the trucks, slides on the board, good stuff. Wow. Okay, let's see here. I'm getting into comments now. Oh, they know they're doing copying the DS. Lol. Yeah, Nintendo will send them a cease and desist order or sue them or whatever. We'll see. I don't think they can do anything about this Necrosphere. Like, what are they going to say? Oh yeah, like if they packed it full of emulator software or whatever, they could. You could even say like, oh, the intentions are to do this. You're gonna have a hard time proving that, and it's a Chinese company. Chinese companies don't care. True Blue Magic Dude, if it can emulate a Wii U games, easy money. Oh, I guarantee it could potentially emulate Wii U games. Why? I don't know why it wouldn't be able to. I think dual screens work. I think Wii U emulators already can do this type of stuff. Gonorrhea Slayer, so we have now 3DS PC handhelds. Well, yeah, I know. It's cool though. It's cool. I like it, and it's cool that it can play a lot of other games, and it's quick, out of the pocket, play game, have fun. Necrosphere, that little black box in the upper right corner of the device is a tiny mouse pad. I do not like that. That's a mouse pad. I don't like that. I do not like that. I do not like that. I do not like that. Semi-am. Okay. Okay. Man, you guys in your 3D printing. There's a whole 3D printing channel in Discord, too. You guys are more than welcome to chat about it here, too. Just, I'm having to filter through it. Next for China is like its own world, 100%. It's becoming less that way. It's becoming more, has to be kind of a little bit more regulated and all that. So we'll see. Check out the Nano Play handheld. Let's check that out. Okay. This one right here, or this one? Or this one? If this is the one right here, I've thought about getting there's some what's the word I'm looking for? There are some handhelds like this that I've been looking to get. It's a PC handheld. This one? Okay. The Nano Play. It's a PC handheld. I might have already seen it and just not thought about it in a while. There's a lot out there. Okay. It's this one. I do think I've seen something on it. The Nanoplay looks like the Nitro Deck meets the Asus ROG Ally. To bump the quality down by 25%. That's not good. It's got the Z1 Extreme in it, 16 gigs. Battery capacity. It looks like an ROG Ally. What's it selling for? Kickstarter. What's their selling point for this too? It's not even out yet. It's depending on 184 followers. Interesting. I'd have to read through this. Nothing looking at this tells me why you'd want to get this over an ROG Ally, except for maybe this USB 4 right here, so you could do eGPUs that without the disabling features of the ROG Ally, which is the worst aspect of it. This is device. I don't know who it's for, but yeah, we can talk about and look at it later, I guess. But interesting. 165. That just feels so excessive for 165. I do like the keyboard though. I also have a Habit keyboard. I like it. It's not a full one like this. So it's going to be for 500, but with Valve price starting. Okay, yeah. Okay. Yeah, we'll have to see exactly what they're talking about with all this. It doesn't look very promising though. At all. I don't know why you would make this device. It starts at $499. I mean, that's a good price, but I can already tell from right here what is going on with that right buttons. Why? Yeah, I can already say like you're getting a decreased quality right here. This is decreased quality over the ROG Ally or the Legion Go. Just saying, in my opinion. Logistically, a lot of other reasons, it's not going to do well. I saw a video on Nitrix, a YouTube channel. I think that's it. It starts okay, and then yeah, maybe I'll have to do a video on it, but it is interesting. So we got the AYANEO Flip, which honestly looks good. I really don't think I'll end up with one. The Slide is a little bit more interesting of a device for me. But at the same, I don't know. Because it has the better joysticks. It has a lot of better stuff to it than when it comes, like I said, I don't like short range joysticks. I don't like small joysticks. but it's protected. This is fully protected. This is not. It just slides up and down to showcase a keyboard, which is cool and all, but like I mentioned before, I don't use QWERTY keyboards a lot. I'm not chatting a lot on the go with my Windows device, with my gaming device. I just don't use a keyboard much. But there's people out there. I just don't know why AYANEO has to do so many different devices. It's ridiculous. But it's interesting. Nonetheless, I like having competition. I like to see all this stuff come out. What is the screen? I know this is a little older. I think this came out like, oh, no, this one was published recently, but I swear I've been seeing stuff on Twitter and all that about this device for a while now. People really like it. I mean, it looks good. It looks slick. When I see this in action, I like it. The way it looks. I don't think I'd own it. It's just there's no reason for me to own something like that. Next year, I like the hideaway keypad on this slide though. Yeah, if you like it, awesome, go for it. I don't use the keyboard enough on my other devices to warrant me getting one. If I do get another keyboard device, is going to be the next GBD WinMax 2 or like WinMax 3. When the GBD WinMax 3 comes out, if they can just make it slightly bigger keyboard, I don't mind if the device is like 10% wider. And maybe, I don't know how they're going to fix it, but it's so close to being like better joysticks, a little bit bigger keyboard, maybe even just better joysticks. I might actually get that and replace all my devices with that potentially. In the sense that will be my main player. But until they do that, like I had to sell my GBD WinMax 2 for money. I had to do it a couple months ago. I really liked it though. I'm not sure what features it uses to compare, like the Condorance there, to use to compare to ROG, Asus and Legion Go and Steam Deck. eGPU, it will beat out the ROG Ally and the Steam Deck with the eGPU. Legion Go, though, is going to beat this out from features and everything else. Just hands down. It's a little bit more, but you're getting a lot more with it. Necrosphere, they're trying to undercut ROG Ally cost. Yeah, it looks like they're trying to cut it out with crappy build and everything. It just doesn't look like you're going to want to get that. Gundam Slayer, I agree, too many devices. On AYANEO, objective is to have its own better version of every device already on the market. Pretty much. I honestly think with the way that the handheld war is going, I do think AYANEO is going to survive. I think GBD is going to survive. I think everything else is. I don't think the AYAN is going to survive. They just can't ship stuff. Like they'll ship this current thing or whatever, but I don't think they're going to be viable. Who knows if they'll go out of business or whatever. I just don't think they're going to be viable for the U.S. market or the worldwide market. Maybe Chinese market, maybe. Then you got 1X Player 2. I like it. I like a lot of stuff they do. I'm glad they're not releasing a ton of devices, but I think people have forgotten about them. AYANEO will make it, and I think they'll be top. But the AYN, I don't think they're going to survive, at least as a global competitor. They can't even release stuff. They're doing so bad at releasing things. I wouldn't be surprised if they're already like pretty much going to have to go out of business. Once again, I'm being very bombastic. Let's see here. I do have money wrapped up in this. Can you buy it and actually get it shipped to you now? No, they're still in pre-orders. We're talking about. Let's not do the Loki. Let's do the Loki Max. Yeah, pre-orders. We're talking about a device that was announced and was supposed to be out in Q4 of 2022. Yeah, and look at the processor. I think they've updated the processor since this, though. But I'm not seeing it updated on here. But this is the 6800U. It's an older chipset. It's, I hate to say it, guys. There's just no way this is going to come out. Necrosphere, that's the issue. Yes, their support sucks ass overseas. You're pretty much asking to not have good support for the American market. I have a bit more than they can chew, which will change that. This device alone might do it if they're not careful. Yeah, if it's AYN, I don't know. I don't know, man. I really, really don't see this company surviving. The competition, but then again, I don't know how slim the competition is going to get. It would be nice to have more than just 3 competitors, but support, always say it, support's just not as good for these. They look great, though. That's the thing. The thing that keeps AYN, 1X Player, and AYANEO kind of in the game is that they look good and they have different concepts. So if you're a niche kind of handheld gamer, they have it for you. So, as far as anything else, I don't know if I have anything else to talk about. I think we've beat everything into the ground. With that, let's go into a little bit of what's going on in the next few months. I am going to be doing, not full-time, I have a job, but all my free time is going to be going to 1 or 2 videos a week for Games Revealed. That's not including the podcast. The podcast, I'm going to try to cover more news. I cover a ton of news here, so I don't know. What we'll do maybe is me and Susie will take a couple of hot topics, chat about them, and that's what we're going to do for the week. We might get into more, I don't know. I want to make sure it does well and make sure it's an interesting topic for us to talk about. So we'll be experimenting over the next few weeks. With that, I'll still have some guests on. I've just been having some scheduling conflicts the past few weeks with that. As far as, so Games Revealed, you'll see videos start to ramp up again as I'm getting to the point where I will be doing more videos. Then you're going to be seeing me do a ton more game development, and I will be having my other channel. I haven't fully decided if it's going to be just the TH3BRINK, the Brink channel on YouTube, be primarily with all the dev and everything, or if I'll do a dev revealed where I do my weekly logs, and I will also be talking about game development. I want to be a game developer, but I also like doing this. So I'm trying to bridge everything. So expect, if you follow me, expect weekly updates on my game starting next month. It's going to be stressful, but it's going to be so fun. I'm so excited. I have also been working on an update for the Revealed project, aka Deck Revealed. Hopefully I'll have that out in beginning of November. I just want to flush out more of the app-based portion of it. And then I plan on doing a game jam, the Halloween game jam. And it's going to be, we went over it last stream on Monday, and it's going to be Corn Slayer, thanks to Raichi, if you're watching this. It's just meant to be like a fun, stupid shooter, and we'll see how much we get done of it this year. And if we don't get it done by Halloween, we'll do some more next year. That's all it's meant to be. Necrosphere technology is advancing so fast, it's hard to keep up for these companies like AYANEO, but great for gamers with driving prices down. Basically, this is a device right now for every type of gamer. Yeah, pretty much. Driving prices down is good and bad. We'll see. Some games companies will survive, others will not as much, but I do think we know where the sweet spot is, and I think it's around $600. I think we've settled that. I think most devices coming out are going to be $600. So, Gondorian Slayer, funny, we were supposed to have PC consoles like MSI, Trident, and etc., but it never came out. We're 9, let's see, what is it? We're almost 8 years into this next gen handheld PC gaming era where it's console merging with PC. we're going to see anyone that does a gaming laptop, especially, you're going to probably see a gaming handheld released within the next year or two. Maybe they're going to wait for the Z2 processor to come out, which I'm assuming there's going to be a Z2 processor in the next year or two. It depends. We'll see. I'm excited about that. Gundorian Slayer, I guess PC consoles were too much money. Yeah, PC consoles are expensive. Gundorian Slayer, now we have PC handhelds, but there's too many. They'll thin out. That's fine. This is good. It's good to have competition where it's an innovative. It's a new realm for some companies to make a name. Unfortunately, they're not doing it quite right. Like AYANEO, if they're like, we're going to partner, what they should have done was partner with a logistics company, a really good one, and offered it in stores, but they didn't. So, if you have not done so, make sure to like, subscribe, bash that bell with your crowbar, comment if you're watching this after it's live, make sure to comment. It'll help the channel so much. Will be working on the channel more and more. I do like doing this type of stuff. I really go back and forth on like what kind of news and what kind of things I should be covering on it. We'll get there. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out for sure. When it comes to my other stuff, my game, be sure to check it out. I think it's going to be it's going to be really fun, really good, and I think it's going to be different than what most people are expecting, hopefully. Yes, Chad, no problem. I enjoy streaming. Now, should I stream on Twitch? Is the real question, because I do have a little bit of work. I think we're not going to stream on Twitch tonight. I will try, but I might have some free time over the next few days, so I might do some surprise streams. So I'm not going to stream tonight. I'm going to get some work done that it's kind of requiring for me to get done for work. And then I'm going to work on some videos and podcast stuff too. So Gondorian Slayer, too much tech news. I know, but the thing is, I've gotten to this point where what tech news should I cover? What tech news should I not cover? I don't know. And I just need to be better. It's like this overwhelm of like a lot of tech news, but is it juicy enough? I don't know. And obviously I do this stream and it's fun to chat with you guys about this, but I do need to actually do real videos that get like a ton of views on it. But these are some of my favorites. There's a reason why I've been consistent with this. I love chatting with you guys. Switch 2 is coming. Yeah, Switch 2 is coming. And it's about the time frame I said it was. Necrosphere, I love handheld gaming so much. I get to get really personal with my gaming and reminds me of my Game Boy and DS days. I can't say how much I love my Steam Deck. Hands down, I play it more than my PS4. Nice. I play my Steam Deck and a lot more than my PlayStation 5. My PlayStation 5 right here is not hooked up, which makes me sad. They just don't come out with like decent games. Gondorian Slayer, Legion Go will be my first PC handheld. Oh, dude, it looks good. My only worry is that battery, but I will be getting one. Oh, well, okay. I'm not going to promise it, because if I can't hit the review window and get a lot of good views from that, and if it does really bad, then I probably won't buy one. But if it does even somewhat decent, I'll buy one. Okay, Eureka. Yep. Glad fate will decide. Yes. I don't know. I'm tired of doing polls on what you guys want, but like if you ever really see news, especially a news item, those are the easiest for me to do because I can go and read through it and I can give you my ideas. If you ever want an idea on a news item and maybe me to do a video, make sure to throw it my way into Discord, or you can even at me in Twitter and I can see it that way. I'm trying so hard. I lurk on Twitter. I don't tweet. I'm not a social. I like doing this type of stuff. Necrosphere, I got a B-Link Max Mini PC with a Ryzen 7 5800, using that to learn coding for game development, at the very least to tinker with making. Nice. What are you using, Necrosphere, for your game engine? Godot, I'm assuming. Godot does C# and also their Godot script language, which I think is just C#. Gondorian Slayer. Oh, Twitter. I remember those days. Yeah, I don't care. X, Twitter. We can call it what he wants, but like the brand's there embedded. Gondorian Slayer. I used to follow girls there. And now they follow you here. I don't know. So, Gondorian Slayer, I think the Legion Go is going to be good. I think it is too. Gondorian Slayer, I left after 2016 on Twitter. I don't blame you, but it's the best place if you're trying to find out information quickly, talk with other creators, and do a lot of stuff like this. It's a good place to be. I don't want to be there. I want a better system. It's the place to be. I hate it. Okay, let's wrap this up. Thank you guys all for stopping by, for supporting me, for doing everything you can. For those who have memberships, thank you so much for the support. The money goes towards supporting the servers. I have 2 servers with the Games Revealed stuff, and one of them is not even being used properly, so I need to shut one of those down. But all the money goes to bills and stuff that Bunny Strike and Games Revealed has. So none of it even gets pocketed to me, and honestly, more of it needs to go to Wolf and some other people. So I will be doing some cleanups. Just as a heads up, if you use the web version of the Revealed project from the old Games Revealed website, I'm working on a new Games Revealed website, but that's besides the point. The old one, that's going to be deprecated soon. I'm going to cut that off because that has been I think I'm spending $30 a month on that thing, and I've been doing it for a year now. And I did it and I kept it up so that people would have access to it still. I'm converting over to a new back end. That's going to die. I know. The reason I haven't announced anything, I haven't done anything, is because I feel like I moved quickly. I changed the platforms too much. I'm trying so hard to solidify on a good platform for you guys so you can sign up once for the Revealed stuff and maybe for the Games Revealed thing and just be done. The Games Revealed website, thegamesrevealed.com, is going to be coming back with newsletters and stuff like that. I'm working on that. I'm just trying to decide if I'm going to stick with Ghost or do my own platform again, which I have been secretly prototyping for the past few months. So with that, thank you guys for stopping by. Thank you for everything. I am... Gondorian Slayer. I'm trying not to stress out. That's why I'm taking it easy or not announcing things so I don't feel like I've promised things. What I'm trying to do is find a nice, because I do like working. I like working on the stuff. I like doing all the stuff. So eventually, when I'm on my own again and don't have a job, but this is my job, I will be much happier. Before, it was stressful because money and everything else. I felt like I was being pressured to have to get things done. That's where it was stressful. So if you haven't noticed, I've been doing a lot of videos because I'm trying to keep it easy with doing getting a lot of things kind of just ready, and then November to March will be very stressful, but it's worth it for the game development. So make sure to keep an eye out for me there. Necrosphere, I'm about to watch your episode 14 of the podcast. Seems interesting. Yes, 14 is very interesting. It's all about content creation. And thank you guys. I will try to keep up the great work as always. Peace out. Later.